Let's move on to our second main topic today. Chris, what is our second main topic today?
Jim Udenberg writes in, greetings from Norway. Love the show. I, like millions of others, unfortunately live in a part of the world where there's no scheduled rollout for the Disney Plus service. I'm fundamentally against pirating, but isn't this limited rollout going to push Star Wars fans, desperate to see The Mandalorian, to seek other ways to find this content? It's painful to think that I might need to wait months longer to see it. Guys, do you think this is going to be a big piracy issue? Do you think they're going to have to wait a long time?
Well, the funny thing is, Rob and I actually talked about this a while ago. The issue came up, and we believed at the time, and I still kind of believe that I think Mandalorian might end up being the single most pirated piece of entertainment
100%.
In the history of the world, because it's on a couple levels. Number one, it's a Star Wars thing. So that's just a big global appeal right there. Number two, they are pushing and marketing and hyping this thing like crazy. That includes in countries that aren't going to be able to see it legally in some way. And so you're going to have the whole world talking about this, at least the parts of the world that are going to be able to have the service. You're going to get a big chunk of the world that doesn't get it and don't have any legal, normal recourse to watching it and getting their hands on it. And so our opinion at the time was that this probably was going to become like the most pirated thing of all time. Now, wrap your heads around this, guys. We are less than 1 month away. We are less than 1 month away from Mandalorian and Disney Plus as a whole hitting. Now, one big way to alleviate this is for Disney Plus to do what many others do, including like a CBS All Access. CBS All Access is not in every country, but they want people to watch Star Trek Discovery. So what do? They license out Star Trek Discovery to other service providers in territories that they're not, so people in those territories can watch it. How much does Disney want to get into the game of licensing out their content? They did that with their Marvel characters, and they've been regretting it ever since. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a mix here, Rob. I think we will see some territories that maybe Disney has no plans to be in for at least a year or two, that maybe we'll see them stretch out and put these things on other networks so people can see it. Other than that, I still think we're about to see a major avalanche of piracy when it comes to this thing. And I don't know how much Disney minds. If they want a global enthusiasm, big pop and rush for this thing, and maybe this will add to it. I don't know. How has your thoughts on this evolved over the last couple of months?
Well, I was in Israel once at a film festival, and everybody in Israel would come up to me, not everybody, but a lot of people, and apologize.
All Israelis came up to Robert.
A lot of the people at the film festival in Tel Aviv they came up to me, and they were always apologetic because everybody talked to me about piracy. It was because they talked about they couldn't. This was over a decade ago, but this was something that everybody was worried about, and they were like they want to be polite about it. But I said, look, if you can't get something commercially available in your country, I would say, and you want to watch it, get it any way you can. That's one of the great things about the modern age. I do not advocate piracy, but this is Star Wars. No one who loves Star Wars is going to be kept from their Star Wars. They're just not going to be. And look, Disney, when they launched Disney Plus, they've got Dolby Vision. They've got great stereo sound. Getting that app is awesome because you can get it in the best possible light, literally. Getting a pirated version is not going to be as good. I understand that. But I'm telling you, John, it will be the most pirated show of all time. Bar none, and they know it. They know it. So they're willing to accept the hit as they roll this out across the world. But make no mistake, they're probably going to thrive leading up to Rise of Skywalker. Mandalorian, the most pirated show. They'll turn it into a spin. Mm-hmm. They'll even take out ads and variety. The most pirated show ever, The Mandalorian. I mean, they know it's coming. But
yeah, and are they taking a hit? Because if people are pirating in a country where they can't get it anyway, are they taking it? Look,
no,
I am hardcore anti-piracy.
Me too.
You've been touched by piracy. Our friend John Schnepp was deeply impacted by piracy and deeply hurt by piracy.
Deeply hurt by it.
People pirating his movie and stuff like that. It deeply hurt him. But so I'm always very hardcore anti-piracy. But I've got to admit that I still struggle with the question about what happens when you're not even offering a potential customer a legitimate avenue to purchase your thing. What then? Like, okay, so let's say I want to buy this song. I don't want to download it illegally. I want to buy the song. But they're literally not making it available. Here I am. I am a willing customer. I'm a willing customer. I want to buy this song. Where can I give you money? Take my money, damn it. No, we don't have it. So then I struggle with that a little bit. I'm not making any moral imperatives here. I'm just saying I struggle with that question. Like, what if you are a dude in Tel Aviv and you want to watch Mandalorian and you want to give Lucasfilm your money and there's not a legal way to do it? Does that gray and shade the moral question about piracy? I honestly don't have an answer for that because it becomes a little bit questionable to me.
Well, I think you're actually bolstering a criminal impulse, if you want to call it that, because in this day and age where file sharing has become a huge problem, there's been massive, the profit margins of especially like low budget indie horror, for instance, is very difficult to make because of piracy issues. Music, obviously, it devalues the idea of content as a whole. By not making it available, you're forcing people, kind of like prohibition. Let's tell people they can't have alcohol. Oh, that's smart. That's going to work. I mean, we saw how well that worked. You created an entire criminal underworld that was satisfying the desires of people. And, I don't know much more desires that need to be satisfied more than those people that need to see their Star Wars.
And look, come on. And I don't blame Disney per se, because getting a service like this up and running and then acquiring all the proper rights and licenses for each individual territory, I get it. That takes time. And if the choice is we've got to wait 4 more years to get Disney Plus, or we launch Disney Plus now and we add new territories as we're able to, I get that. But it is going to create, I think, like we were saying, Ron, I think it's going to create the world's most pirated thing ever in The Mandalorian, and we'll just have to see how that turns out. I will say
one last thing. The one thing about streaming services is they've made everybody lazy. And I think that even though there will be piracy, as soon as Disney Plus is available in these countries now, people will get Disney Plus immediately if they love Star Wars, because even downloading a pirated whatever is a pain in the ass.
And it's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And I think generally speaking, I think people want to support the content they enjoy.
I do too.
I really do. Now, there's some idiots that don't, but I think at the base core, I think most people want to support the content they enjoy. And we'll see how this turns out. Question is, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think maybe it's not going to be that big of a problem? Do you think, they're going to see the biggest pirated thing of all time? Jump down in the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.